Namaste, I'm the Queen of Cups, Montreal. This week's reading features the Universal Goddess Tarot, and my intention is it will brighten your day or week by giving you insight as to why people love you and how to better love yourself. At this point, I invite you to pick the deck or crystal which resonates strongest for you. In the video description, you will find links for my spiritual services, my Etsy store for healing crystals, and my social media. You will also find timestamps for your chosen reading, which you can use to navigate the video. Thank you for joining me. Please like and share. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications for future readings. As always, love all and harm none. This includes yourself. Namaste, Calcite group. Thank you so much for joining me. As I mentioned in the introduction, winter's starting to feel a little bit long. So this is just a fun, cheerful spread to help boost your mood and reconnect you with the beauty that is you and the beauty that is life. So I hope it helps to lift your spirits. Position number 1 is something that is magical about you. What is magical about you? What do people love? What is unique about you and just wonderful and beautiful? You have a nature that's truly reflective, that's inspiring. You help people see the full picture. You help give people a better perspective and a higher perspective. And I think that you have a higher perspective and a better perspective. You're calm in the storm, giving people a mirror to reflect. You're the mirror through which people can reflect. And you have the gift of reflection within yourself. So you're cool to anger, you're not quick to anger, you're serene, and you have this higher perspective of divine order and understanding. And that's wonderful and beautiful and magic about you. What is something to be proud of about who you are? I know there's a lot of things to be proud of who you are, Calcite group, but we're going to try and narrow down on this one. Fell out of the deck. This one fell out of the deck. It's the Sun card. Be proud of your vitality and your health and your strength and your empowerment and your courage, all the things that the sun radiates through you. You give people optimism and hope, and you give people strength, and you help people grow, and you yourself are always in a state of growing. So be proud of the vitality and the revitalization and the joy and the cheer that you bring to people. You're a shining star. You're the sun in a world that can sometimes feel a little bit dark. How do you positively impact those you love? As if position number 1 and 2 wasn't enough. How do you positively impact those you love? What positive things do you do that helps them feel better? This popped out of the deck. It's a jumpy deck today, and here we have the winter solstice. And you give people peace, you give people tranquility, you give them a soft place of repose, of solitude sometimes. Are you one of those friends that say, just come over and just be in my space, or just let me listen to you? You're a beacon of peace and calmness and tranquility, and people love that about you. It's very similar to position number 1, where you bring people peace and grounding, and yet you're so radiant with that vitality. What is something you do really well, Calcite group? What is something that you do really well? You look, once again, this is all about perspective. You're able to look at pros and cons, good and bad. You're very wise. You have a lot of insight and wisdom. Perhaps you give advice well, or you're very discerning. You have a lot of insight. And I feel like you can tell the difference between good and bad, right and wrong. You have a really discerning eye and a discerning character. And that doesn't mean judgmental. It means that you have a true north in your life is your wisdom and your insight. And something you do really well is make decisions and make choices and choose your course and help others do the same. and how to better care for yourself. How can you better care for yourself and be what you need you to be and do what you need you to do. Time to stand up a little bit more for what you want and for what you need. This is the Emperor card. I feel like it's worth your while to go after your desires. It seems like you're such a joy and such a guide to others, and you have so much wisdom. Perhaps you're intuitive or empathic, but it's about really standing up for what you want. Care for yourself, protect your peace, protect your joy, protect your strength. I feel like it would be worth your while to really focus on seeing to your needs. I feel like you're there for everyone else, which is a beautiful thing, but you could really benefit of like standing up and taking charge for what you want. Finally, I wanted to give you a message from Spirit, from the Universe Has Got Your Back deck. Just something to contribute to your self-care. We're just going to pull it from the middle of the deck. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me towards right-minded thinking and the energy of love. So this is really the confirmation. It's not advice, because I feel like you already have that right-minded thinking. So my message to you would be, Spirit wants you to know that you're supported, that you're on the right path, and that you're divinely guided. You're doing the right thing. You guys, with every reading, I send out a little love and light and namaste energy. I sincerely hope you received it today. I forgot your card of the day. I want to give you some rhodonite for grounding and for self-love. I feel like you need to focus a little bit more on your own well-being. So here we go again. With every reading, I send out a little love and light and namaste energy. I sincerely hope you received it today. I look forward to seeing you Wednesday for a 3-card reading and next Saturday for another extended reading. Thanks for joining me. Namaste, Carnelian group. Thank you so much for joining me. As I mentioned in the introduction, this reading is supposed to lift up your spirits, reconnect you to the beauty that is you and the beauty that is life. I want to help you cheer up a little bit, given that winter is feeling a little bit long at this point. I want to just help lift your spirits and give you some positive things to reflect on, some positive guidance for your rituals or intentions throughout the week, and just a general pick-me-up. So position number 1 is all about you. It's about what is magical about you, and what just is uniquely special and beautiful about you. Here's the 2 of Cups. You're a deeply loving person. You always embrace people with open arms and an open mind. You have a very comforting spirit, a very gentle spirit, and I feel like you're a great support for people. You always know exactly what they need. You could be an empath, or you could have empaths out there. You always know exactly what they need and how to give it to them. It's a beautiful thing that you're always so supportive and loving and kind towards people. They appreciate that about you. You have a big, beautiful heart. 2 of Cups energy. What a support you are. What is something to be proud of, as if that wasn't enough? What is something that you can be very proud of in your life? Once again, you have such a great capacity to love, Carnelian group. This is the 1 of Cups. You're always willing to start fresh and pour your love on people. Share your heart with people. Share your emotional essence with people. You don't hold back. You're not afraid. You're not chintzy with love. You really give people everything they need, and you're very open-hearted, and you always have open arms for people. So be proud of your great capacity to love and share of yourself. That's really beautiful. How do you positively impact those you love? Once again, I think it's starting to be clear. You're so loving. You're so giving. Your heart is so open. So let's see how you positively... Oh, this fell out of the deck. It's a jumpy deck. Here, you give people hope.
You give people optimism. You help people see their opportunities. You help people see that there's hope around the corner, that there's a new chance, a fresh beginning around the corner. You help them see the entirety of life, that a bad day doesn't mean a bad life. I feel like you help people see the higher perspective and the greater picture of things with your love and your support. You help them embrace the future. You help them to let go of the past. You're a beautiful support when it comes to giving people a bigger perspective. Like I said, a bad day is not a bad life, and you help people remember that. What is something you do exceptionally well? Now we're getting real. You help people see past illusions. You help people see past those fake people in their lives, in their workplace. You help people see past the BS. And you see past the BS. So you're great at calling it as it is. You're so loving, you're so giving, your heart's so wide open, but you know a fake when you see one. And I feel like you're so good at removing the wool from other people's eyes and removing the wool from your own. Your eyes wide open, and you help bring realness to the situation and authenticity. You're a very authentic person. You value authenticity, and you help people uphold authenticity in their own lives. Just so important. People need that. And I think that for better or worse, maybe when people are feeling really down, oh, this is terrible, you're like, it's not that bad, you know, you'll get through this. And maybe when people are trusting the wrong people, you're like, that's not the one to trust. So either way, you really bring authenticity and truth to the situation. How can you better care for yourself? You're doing so much for people. You're such a beacon of love and light and hope. How can you better care for yourself? Go within, honor your inner light, honor your inner solitude. I feel like you're very outwardly moving, caring for those around you, interacting with the world in an authentic way, putting yourself out there to bring joy and love to people. Don't be afraid to go within and to nurture that inner spirit, that inner wellspring from which all that love and care and compassion comes from. So we're going to summarize. I feel like something magical about you is how loving and compassionate you are. Something to be proud of is how open and abundant your heart is and the love you give is. How do you positively impact those you love? You give them a higher perspective. You help them see the whole picture, the bigger picture. A bad day is not a bad life, and you remind people of that all the time. Something you do exceptionally well is keep it real, keep it authentic, help people to keep it real too. You're very honest, you're very authentic, and you don't let people get the wool pulled over their head. And then position number 5, how to better care for yourself. Every now and then it's okay, Carnelian group, to go within, focus on your needs, focus on your inner world, focus on filling up your inner wellspring. You give, you give, you give. You're such a giving person. It's okay to focus on you. Make yourself a priority. Here's a message from Spirit. From the Universe Has Got Your Back deck. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. And this is just what I was talking about. The fact that you can go within and connect yourself to the love that the universe has for you. You're always connecting people to the love that you have for them. Be willing to go within, to be tranquil, to be peaceful, and connect to the love the universe has for you. It'll help fill up your fountain, your well, your inner wellspring. It'll help you feel rejuvenated so you continue doing your work as a light worker and a giver of love, a beacon of hope. For that, I really want you to have some moonstone. I feel like it's a very spiritual stone. It connects you to the divine feminine resonance of the universe, which is loving and compassionate and comforting and caring. And I think that you should be giving some of that to yourself because you're always giving it to other people. It'll also help you with stillness and peace and calm. So moonstone will do you a world of good. You guys, with every reading, I send out a little love and light and namaste energy. I sincerely hope you received it today. I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday for a 3-card love reading and next Saturday for an extended reading. Thanks for joining me. Namaste, Citrine group. Thank you so much for joining me. As I mentioned in the introduction, winter is starting to feel a little bit long. So this reading is meant to pick up your spirits, help you appreciate the beauty that is you and the beauty that is life, cheer you up, uplift you, and help you set your intentions or affirmations for the week ahead or the year ahead to stay positive and keep your energy light. So position number 1 is, what is magical about you? I just want you to get to you to learn how to appreciate yourself again. So what is magical about you? What makes you such a beauty and a gift? And I feel like you're definitely channeling Gaia energy here. You're a nurturer, you're a lover, you're connected to your past lives and your future energy. You're very globally conscious, you're environmentally conscious, you think about your impact on the world, you think about your impact on others. You're a giver and a nurturer and a lover, just like Gaia. And I feel like that's what's magical about you, is you're so connected to the divine feminine and your earth mother magic. So that's definitely a beautiful thing. You're a mother of the earth, Gaia energy, Mother Earth energy, the great mother energy. You embody that. Something to be proud of, as if that wasn't enough already. I think you have a beautiful spirit. Something to be proud of for the Citrine group. You have overcome so much in your life, so much hurt and heartache. I feel like you've overcome those dark nights, that loneliness, that pain, your trauma. I feel like there's those of you who have been traumatized out there. You're hurt. You've overcome it. You're here now to be the Earth Mother, to nurture others, to help lead the way for others, to help make yourself the very best you can be so you don't have to go back to those dark places. You've overcome so much, and you should really be proud of that. You've overcome maybe depression or anxiety, or you're overcoming it every day. I feel like you're really challenging your darkness, your shadow, the darkness that others have exposed you to, and you're overcoming that. And that's something to so be proud of. You're a warrior. You're a warrior and a survivor. How do you positively impact those you love? You're the friend that gives the support. You get people together. You teach people how to collaborate. You plan the Zoom calls. You plan the potlucks. You make sure that everybody signs the card at work. You're definitely all about a spirit of collaboration and togetherness and joy and fruitfulness and abundance. And I feel like you bring joy back to people. And even when we've had to distance ourselves from others throughout the year and make certain sacrifices, you've still brought joy and levity to people and brought people together. And I feel like that's something that how you positively impact others is you bring them back to themselves, but you bring them back to community and unity and togetherness that we all really need, especially after going through the year that we went through. Position number 4 is something you do exceptionally well. What is something you do exceptionally well? Something that you've been gifted with. Let's see. I feel like you make sure that everyone has enough of what they need. You make sure that everybody has enough. Perhaps when you have too much, or when you feel like I can share this, you're always willing to share. You're always willing to give. You never take things for granted. You don't take things for granted. You rejoice in your blessings. You don't overlook things. You do a gratitude journal or gratitude practice. I feel like there's a lot of gratitude in you, sharing and giving to others. You never hoard your wealth. You rarely hoard your blessings. You like to share with others, and you definitely don't take things for granted. So I would say gratitude and charity is something you do exceptionally well. And how to better care for yourself. If you're giving so much of yourself and you're sharing your abundance with others, you're not taking things or people for granted. You're helping people collaborate and get together and rejoice. What is something that you can do for yourself, or an attitude you can assume to benefit yourself? Find some peace within yourself, find some balance. I feel like there's something you need to put to rest, or you need to agree with yourself that it doesn't have to be revisited. Forgive yourself for, forgive somebody else for. There's something inside you in your head that's taking up, space in your mind rent free, and it's making you second guess, or it's holding you back. Better take care of yourself. Put this to bed. You did the best you could do, or those people don't deserve to be in your life. Whatever it is, put it to rest and make an agreement that you will forgive yourself for them and let them go. Cut the cords with them. Let it go. Your sanity, your well-being, your joy is more important than that. I'm going to summarize, then I'm going to give you your message from spirit, and then I'm going to give you your crystal. Something magical about you is your Earth Mother resonance. You're definitely channeling Gaia energy. You're a beautiful person that cares about your environmental impact and the impact you have on others. It's a beautiful, globally minded attitude. Something to be proud of, all of the demons and the darkness and the hurt and the trauma you've overcome. You're bigger than that. And whether you're fighting your battle on a daily basis or you've overcome your past, you've conquered it. You're a conqueror and a warrior. Something you do well is bring people together and help them rejoice in the blessings that they do have. Help them feel a sense of community and unity and harmony. That's something you do to positively impact those you love. Something you do incredibly well is gratitude. Gratitude journaling is understanding what you have, is not taking things for granted like her, is sharing your blessings with others, is giving with others. You don't overlook the small things. You are grateful and you're charitable because you realize how difficult, because you've been through a lot of stuff, how difficult life can be. And how do you better take care of yourself? I feel like something keeps you up at night. Something every now and then disturbs you at night, or disturbs your peace, or disturbs your balance. You need to cut cords with somebody, or you need to forgive yourself for something. You did the best you could. You don't owe them anything. Whatever the situation, let it go. Forgive yourself, forgive them, or release them. Now, I'm going to give you a message from Spirit, a little card to help you just remember yourself and reconnect to your own divinity. So this card says attack, pain, fear, judgment, attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. And I feel like that goes to this situation that you have to put to bed. They're calls for help, and it's not about you. That person acted foolishly or hurtfully, or they hurt you in the past or recent past, and it's not your fault. That person hurt people, end up hurting people, or in short, hurt people, and you need to put them to bed, release them, let them go. There's nothing you did wrong. There's nothing you did to deserve their hurt and their pain. I want to suggest to you some selenite for release, for cleansing, and for upping your vibration. I feel like you need to do some cleansing and clearing work because you've been through a lot of stuff, and you also need to release this person or this situation. It's dragging you down and it's making you feel guilty or feel conflicted when there's no room for that or need for it. So be light, be love, focus on the positivity in your life, and cut off the negativity. You guys, with every reading, I send out a little love and light and namaste energy. I sincerely hope you received it today. I look forward to seeing you Wednesday for the 3-card love reading, and Saturday for another extended reading like this one. Thanks for joining me, guys. Have a great week.